Ravel Morrison should never be in England at the Unity Cup. Yes, Ravel Morrison should not be there. Based on what Coach McClaren came out and said, it's very hard for you to flip flop on those words. Very hard. But he's there. Meet me on the other side. We talk about it, man. Hi, how you do? Welcome again. We're talking about Jamaica football. So the Unity Cup is in England. It starts tomorrow, right? Tuesday, the 27th of May. It's between teams such as Trinidad, Ghana, and Nigeria. Short tournament. The Reggae Boys, they are there. So four teams, right? Play, then you have a semi-final, then third place final. Simple as that. One of the big issues when the Jamaica team was called was the name Ravel Morrison. Now we all know Ravel Morrison and what he can do. You know, Ravel is one of my favorite players well in the Jamaica setup. Good midfielder. I must also let you know that the team is made up of mostly local based players. So mostly players out of the Premier League, players from Arnett, Mount Pleasant, Waterhouse, name it. Players and some from England as well. Very few from England that is involved in the championship. Because as you know, the EPL has just finished. So there's no Leon Bailey, no Ethan Pinnock, and so on. We're gonna talk about the locals in this podcast some more. But as I said, one of the main issue is Ravel Morrison in the Jamaica setup. Ravel wasn't called, and it was a big alabaloo. Everyone was saying, why? Why don't give Ravel a chance? Because our midfield is so weak that people are saying, even though Ravel is playing in a bush league, give him a call. So a petition was this, and other people, bloggers came up and saying, why Ravel not in the team? No, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Ravel should not be there in terms of the first call, but listen to where I'm going. Listen to this. Coach McClaren came out and said he couldn't call Ravel because the league that Ravel is in is very, very weak. Ravel is playing in Dubai in a third division. Third division in Dubai. People, to me, that standard is below Jamaica Premier League. I've never heard any football about Dubai, anything like that. When we hear about Dubai, we hear about money and all that. Anyway, he's saying not even videos you can get of Ravel. Not even videos that league provides. So like the JPL who have coverage in YouTube, coverage in and Sportsmax, coverage in other areas. I watch the JPL final, not even on Sportsmax, but international channel. He cannot get a video of that league. He cannot see Ravel playing in the league. That's what he said. So he said there's no justification to call him. Which I agree with him. Because it reached a stage now where a man can sit down on the sidewalk and one thing have a name. You have to call him, because you call Ravel. Because you don't see you know what he can do, but you haven't seen Ravel play for the months. Because you don't see a video of him. You say the league is poor. The league is like a bush league, corner league. Then why should you change your mind now to bring Ravel in? Why? What about a Demario Phillips? Yeah, Demario Phillips is a local player. And by the way, there was no player from Montego Bay United being called. None. Montego Bay United, who came fourth in the National Premier League of Jamaica, not one of their players was called. And that is wrong, Coach McClaren. Wrong. You're sending a wrong signal. Right? But you call Ravel because of pressure. So why you don't call Walter Boyd? I'm going for Walter Boyd. Call back Walter Boyd. Since he saw it go then if me can get up and call two man runners and say, yo, come, we have a protest and make a petition for Ravel going. Why not call back Tapper then? It don't make no sense. You can't see the player. You don't know anything about the player. For you how much he hear. You say that you know him well, but you just all go off of what people say. And because of pressure, two little man ask you something about Ravel. It's wrong. Totally wrong. I don't agree with it. Remember I said Ravel is one of my players. But I don't agree with it. Don't. Okay. Talking now about the locals. Locals, I must give Coach McClaren credit. He's one who is not afraid to pay the local players, to play them. Yeah? And I must give him credit for that. But the locals, you have an opportunity. You have an opportunity to show your class. You're going to play a high competitive football. Remember, we are going in the season of World Cup qualifying and the Gold Cup. Therefore, this is your chance to stamp your class. There's no one to blame if you don't get into the final team for the Gold Cup or the World Cup qualifying. Local players, the team is made up of you. This is your chance. This is the door. No Ethan Pinnock, no Damian Lowe, no Boza, Nicholas, right? The team, most of the English players are not there. The team is made up of you. So you now have to go in and make it and claim it. Local players, again, this is your chance. Botans, this is it. Hold it with. All right. But calling Ravel is wrong. He's sending a wrong signal, coach. You flip flop. You're not firm in what you said. Pressure, bro. Pressure have you up running up and down for you to send for Ravel. You shouldn't send for him. That's wrong. And most of the YouTubers are going around it. This is why Island have been sportive like this. Yes, man, I say what is on my mind. It's wrong. Totally. Let me know in the comment section, alright? We'll talk.